back to my channel. How you all doing? Hope you're doing good and hope you're staying safe. My name is Cynthia. If you're here for the first time, you're highly welcome. So today we're going to be making an off-shoulder short dress. It's more like a circle dress. This is what we're going to be making today. So I'm using Ankara fabric for this tutorial. I don't know how many meters I'm going to be using. I will let you guys know how many meters I used at the end of the video. So I'll open the fabric like so. Then I will grab it from this side. You might have gotten used to this system. I've been doing this system for a long time. So I'm taking it like so. And it depends on how wide you want it to be. So I will still take it like so. I'm okay so far with this wideness. I will cut out the front one first, then use the front to cut out the back side. So after folding it like so, I will now take the measurement. The length of the dress is 43 inches. I will be joining it at the bottom of the dress. So if you look at the dress, there's a join here. So I will cut it right from the shoulder here. This is an off shoulder. I will take 5 inches. I will cut it right from there to this place. And I will join it at the bottom here. So I'm going to be minusing this down part, then later on I will join it back. The length of the dress is 43 inches. I will minus 8 inches, that's for the down part. 43 minus 8 is 35 inches. Because it's an off-shoulder dress, I will minus 5 inches for the off-shoulder. If I minus 5 inches from 35 inches, I'll be left with 30 inches. Sewing allowance is also included. So shoulder measurement is 16 inches. Divided by 2 is 8 inches. Instead of me marking 8 inches here, I will add 3 inches to it because I'm adding elastic to it. I want it a little bit bogus at the upper part here. So this is 8 inches. Then I will add 3 inches to it, making it 11 inches. So this is my 11 inches. I'll mark it here. So right from here, I will take the length of the dress. So remember I minus 8 inches from 43, so I'm left with 35 inches. So because it's an off shoulder, I'm going to be minusing 5 inches. If I minus 5 inches from 35 inches, now I'll be left with 30 inches. I will add 1 inch for sewing allowance, that is 31 inches. I'll mark 31 inches round. This is the 31 inches plus sewing allowance. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. I will cut the down part first. Then I will cut the shoulder. So I'll be taking my armhole measurement. I will still place my tape like so. I will minus the 5 inches for the off shoulder. My round armhole is 18 inches. Divided by 2 is 9 inches. So I'll place my tape like so. Minus the 5 inches. This is 9 inches plus 1 inch sewing allowance. Because I'll be using 1 inch to fold it inside for elastic at the upper part here. So that's 10 inches. I'll just take it from here. So after I've taken the armhole measurement, I still have about 10 inches left here for the shoulder. I'll go ahead and cut it out. So this is the front panel. I will use this front panel to cut out the back side. I will fold the fabric the same way I folded the front one because I'm not going to be adding zip to it. I'll bring the front panel out. Cut out ½ inch from here. So I will go to the armhole and cut out ½ inch here. So next is for us to cut out the sleeves. So I will fold my fabric like a triangle, like so. So my fabric is folded like a triangle. So to cut out the sleeve, I will measure the ram shoulder. My ram shoulder is 45 inches. I will minus the upper bust measurement from the ram shoulder. What I mean by the upper bust measurement is this one I cut out. So remember, the shoulder is 16 inches divided by 2 is 8 inches. Though I extended it, but I'm not going to be adding the one I extended. So this is 8 inches. 8 inches on this side, 8 inches on this side. That is 16 inches. The front is 16 inches and the back is 16 inches. That is 32 inches. So I will minus 32 from 45 inches. 45 minus 32 inches is 13 inches. Because I'm making 2 sleeves, I will divide 13 inches by 2. So 13 divided by 2 is 6.5 inches. 6.5 inches to be for the left sleeve and 6.5 inches to be for the right sleeve. And I'll be adding some allowance to it because I'm adding elastic also to the sleeve. I'll be adding 1 inch for sewing allowance. That is 7.5 inches. My fabric is folded into 2. 7.5 inches divided by 2 is 3 3/4. I will mark 3 3/4 here. I'll be adding extra 7 inches to it. That is 10 3/4 because of the elastic. I'll mark it here. The length of my sleeve is 24 inches. Because of the off shoulder, I will still minus 5 inches from the 24 inches. 24 minus 5 is 19 inches. Because I'm adding elastic to the down side, after adding elastic, the sleeve is going to bounce up. Instead of 19 inches, I'll be adding extra 6 inches to it, making it 25 inches. So plus sewing allowance. So from here, I'll mark 25 inches. And I will go to this side. I'll mark 25 inches. So I will measure how many inches I have here. Folded into 2 is 25 inches. That's the down part. When you open it up, you have 50 inches. I'll mark it straight. So we cut out the down part first. And we cut out the upper part. This is one of the sleeves. So I will show you the easiest way to cut out this side. That's the armhole. I will take the dress and place it like so. Then I will trace this out. I will trace the armhole out. So that you do it this way, or you come down 5 inches from here. So I will cut this out. So this is the sleeve. I will use this to cut out the other sleeve. Next stage is for us to cut out the down part. Remember, we'll be adding about 8 inches to the down part, and the 8 inches I'm going to be making it like a gather. So I will cut out 8 inches for the down part. So I'll fold the fabric into 2. So we're cutting out the 8 inches. So this is 8 inches. I'll go ahead and cut it out. Cutting it into 2. I cut out 2 of these. Because I'm making a gather, I think I'll be needing 4 of these. So I've cut out the 8 inches. I will still cut out about 2 or 4. So we'll go ahead and join the fabric together. So what we are going to do next is to add these 8 inches to the upper part. So I'll go ahead and open it up. I will take the 8 inches. I will make sure the right side are facing each other. As I'm joining them together, I make sure I gather these 8 inches. I want a little gather here. Just little gather, not too much. I'll do the same thing to the back side. So guys, I finished joining the down part to the upper part. If you don't want to do it this way, you can use the longest stitch in your machine to gather the 8 inches. Then you join them together. You join them together here. So it's basically the same thing. So what we are going to do is to join them together. This is the back and this is the front. So I will make sure the right side are facing each other. So I will use 1 inch to join this side and then use 1 inch to join this side. I will do the same thing to the sleeves. I will join this side and join this side. I finished joining both sides together. I've also joined the side of the sleeve. I will go ahead and then match the sleeve to the armhole. So this is the side of the sleeve and this is the side of the dress. So I will match them together. So I will take this side and match it to the dress. I will take this other side and then match them together. So I will sew it here, join the sleeve and the dress together. I will do the same thing to the other side. So after I've done that, I will now go ahead and sew the neckline. This is the neckline. I will take 1.5 inches, take 1/4 inch and turn it inside like so. So I make sure it's wide enough to accommodate my elastic. I'm going to pin it round. So I've pinned it round. So I will sew it round and leave 1 inch on sew because I'm going to pass my elastic through that 1 inch. I will do the same thing to the sleeves. I will take 1.5 inch and take 1/4 inch inside, then sew it round. So I finished sewing the round shoulder. I've also sewn the bottom of the sleeve. So I will measure my round sleeve. My round sleeve is 9 inches, so I'm going to be cutting out 7 inches elastic for the sleeve. So this is 7 inches on each sleeve. Then for the round shoulder, I'll be adding about 35 inches elastic. So this is the elastic I'm using, it's 1/2 inch. So I'm going to be inserting it. So I will pass it through the 1 inch I left unsewed. And make sure this other side is secured. I will take it around the whole shoulder. So I ended up using 5 yards of fabric for this tutorial. If you don't want yours as big as mine, you can reduce the volume, both the sleeves and the dress. So I will pass it through this other side. So I think 35 inches will be too much for the elastic. So we cut out 5 inches. So I want it a little bit tight and firm. This is very loose. I'll be using 30 inches elastic for the shoulder. So this is 30 inches elastic. This is fine by me. I will use a zigzag machine to sew the elastic together, and I will sew this 1 inch I left unsewed. So I will do the same thing to the sleeves. So I'll pass it through this other side. So I will still sew the elastic together and stitch up this 1 inch. So this is the shoulder. The sleeve, and this is the button of the dress. As we have come to the end of today's tutorial, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Please try and stay safe. I love you guys. Bye.